So last time we freed the last spirit and lifted the last thing of Twilight off of the rest of Hyrule, giving us access to Castletown, Lake Hylia, and all the surrounding areas. The world, for the moment, is free of Twilight, but we need to talk about what we just saw last time. Because the Light Spirit left us with a fun little story, which raises some questions, implies some dark things, and while we talk about that, we'll listen to the wonderful, wonderful music of Lake Hylia, which is just so lovely and peaceful. So let's talk about how power corrupts, and this world is caught in a never-ending cycle of people killing each other for power, and how it just truly never ends, and it never will. Yeah, so that was one of the, if not the, darkest scene, is Lineru showing Link the origins of both the Sacred Realm and the fused shadows that we have been collecting. It's interesting to note that what sets this game apart, I mean, one of the many things that sets this game apart from other Zelda games is that the things we are collecting are not for our own personal benefit. They are not to aid Link in a quest. They are not a holy power or a sacred power. They are a dark power. They're called fused shadows. They are a thing that is infested with a darkness that seems to corrupt everything around it. It was the thing that Darbus, the Goron leader, was wearing, he himself was wearing, that caused him to become a monster to begin with, by just coming into contact with a piece of it. It's a thing that Midna wears on her head that allows her to teleport us, to enter Twilight, to drag others into the Twilight, to drop giant molten stone on top at will, as well as levitating anything that she wishes, and who knows what else she can do with just a fragment that she seems to have. But it is confirmed that yes, the piece that she is wearing is a fragment of the fused shadows that we are chasing after. Perhaps maybe some distant connections to Majora, whoever made Majora, maybe Majora himself, maybe. It's not explicitly stated, and it doesn't really truly matter, all things considered. What we have now is also knowledge. We see the creation myth of Hyrule that we saw, the same one that we saw in Ocarina of Time, complete with the three goddesses represented as a bolt of blue light, a bolt of red light, and a bolt of green light that's across the sky. And Link watches the Sacred Realm be created. And from the Sacred Realm, all were given power equally, all were given land. It's very much a God creating Eden. It kind of feels very much like that. But what he uses to represent this is Link and Ilia. But then the spirit, Lineru, tells us something that we have not heard before, necessarily, which is, we knew that there was a great war in Hyrule, but more specified that as people began to hear of this power, began to hear of this sacred realm, people from all over began to fight for that power, which may tie into the war that's briefly mentioned a couple times in Ocarina of Time, but it's more explicitly stated that it was a war. Fighting was breaking out, both infighting and fighting from external forces outside of Hyrule, of people rushing in to try and claim the power of the Sacred Realm for themselves, which is ultimately, presumably, why the Sacred Realm was locked away. But then also he mentions something very interesting. He mentions usurpers, which I think it's very interesting that they are represented as Dark Link. The only thread of Dark Link that we have seen since Ocarina of Time. And behind them stands the Fused Shadow, which I think, I don't know if the implication there is that is what Dark Link was created from. I don't know if the Fused Shadow and Majora's power traces all the way back to the time of Ocarina of Time. Maybe the Ganon at that time had a trace of this power himself. But what they state is that these usurpers came in with their own powerful magic that they had gotten through other means, which I think that's interesting to note because Majora himself was implied to be a god of some sort of high power that was powerful enough to rival the goddesses, presumably. Which is why they were able to stand up to everyone else. We see a horrifying image of Link getting disintegrated by one of them merely holding up a hand. But then, everything is taken from them. In one fell swoop, the goddesses strip them of their power. We don't know how. We don't know to where. We can infer that. Dang, that waterfall is shiny. Why is that waterfall so shiny? Why is that texture so gleamy? Oh, poor. Anyways, we can infer that it is wherever the Twilight Realm is seeping out of, that is presumably where this power comes from, or where this power and its people who wielded it were put. So we have confirmation why there is a Twilight Realm to begin with, and what caused its creation and sealing as well. But the note that so that's all good, that's all fun. That's basically a recap of what was mentioned, which is all it's very interesting. It's very interesting to see the creation myth laid out before us. Again, one that we've heard multiple times. We heard it multiple times even in Ocarina of Time. But then to have it revealed that it has such a dark and stain, and like it has a history stained in blood. It has a history of people from all over the globe coming to try and claim its power for itself, and that is why it's sealed away, and that others have been sealed away into other planes of existence in order to stop them from trying to claim it themselves. And I like how there wasn't even a mention of the Triforce. We've seen that Link has the Triforce. Presumably Zelda has one too, and then we know who would have the third piece if he was here. Although maybe Zan has claimed that for himself as well. But then also we see they don't mention it. They don't mention the Triforce. They show it. They show that that's what this power of the Sacred Realm is, or that is a power from the Sacred Realm. But they don't mention it yet. But then what we see is Lanayru has us consider power, just power itself, and the way it's used. And there's this, probably the most frightening imagery in the game is of a dozen Ilias falling down like rain, laughing. And it shows a close-up of Link's face, and has this like delirious smile on his face, like he's experiencing some great joy in seeing this, which is the first time that perhaps that we see Link's own morals, Link's own willpower called into question. Because Link is being shown somebody who he cares about a lot, and he's being told that, as if to say, with power, you could have her. You could have anything that you want. And as that feeling, as that thought washes over Link, even Link, a tried and true hero, a man who has proven himself to be completely selfless, even he has a moment where that feeling washes over him, and even he can't help but revel in it for a moment. It's dark. The implications are very bleak. That even somebody who somebody as righteous as Link is, as this Link appears to be, even he, somewhere deep in his core, might be susceptible to temptation. He might harbor temptations himself. He might just be better than other people at quelling them, at pushing them down. That may be the one thing that sets him apart, that makes him more righteous than the other people around him, is that unlike them, he is able to quell his temptations. He is able to see where the people he cares about are, where his loved ones are, where Ilya is, but he's able to put that aside and work towards his greater goals first and foremost, which is really interesting. We don't our Links that we have seen, that we play as, are not often called into question. Are not often asked to question themselves. Ganondorf from Wind Waker did have a brief moment where he tells Link that, hey, your gods drowned you, but Link still holds up his sword and shield ready to fight like nothing has changed with that information. We've seen Links get emotional. We've seen them get worked up. But this is also a Link. This Link himself is one that is like the only one that has shown a truly righteous fury in the face of adversity, in the face of watching people attack the ones he loves and take them away from, and try to take them away from him. And so I think it's interesting that he is told about how corruptive power can be. And I like the very last note where Lenevu says, be wary of the power that you collect and of how you wield power. Because if the hand that wields it is not strong, then it will consume you. It will take you over. And there won't be any of you left, basically. The power will control you, rather than you controlling the power. And I think that's something very... I think it really puts into perspective here at the end, as we're about to collect this last fused shadow. It brings up a very good point, which is that what we are collecting, we are not collecting some holy power, like the Triforce. We are not collecting masks to help us call upon... We're not collecting masks to free spirits, to call upon friends to help us raise the moon. We're not freeing sages who hold the faces of those we care about to help us fight against Ganondorf. We're collecting something dark, something that was locked away for a reason, that's only freed now so it can be used for evil purposes. We are not collecting something good. We are not collecting something that is used by good guys, by good people. We're collecting something that is used by bad people, potentially the worst people. So it's up to Link and Midna to decide how that power is best used, and it's up to them to show that it can be used without consuming them. But yeah, and with that, welcome back to the game. We are actually going to be playing the game now. Don't worry about that. So there are probably tons of things we can do, but for now, we're gonna save those things for when we can actually access the temple here, and we probably will also be able to access some other things in the water as well. For now, we need to be able to actually get underwater and not drown. There is a whaling stone up there, but we can't. We're not a wolf now, so nothing to do about that. So for the time being, what we are going to do is, well, we're going to fulfill our promise to the Queen Rutella of the Zora people, and we're going to go help her son. Which means we are going to head over to Castletown for the first time. So, until then, let me check. I'm going to check one thing, then we're going to head off. Oh, I forgot how positively delightful this music is. Oh, a human. I'm Plum. But I don't need to talk to humans. Oh. Well, okay. A member of the Zora tribe, the proud people who care for Lake Hylia. The other Zoras are all on guard patrol at the bottom of the lake. Oh, okay. I'll be down there in a bit. Okay, be right back. Okay, so first thing we can do, actually, which I was not aware of, we need to get the heck out of here, which is not easily done when we're at the bottom here. Home? Some of the Zoras are still alive down under there? Thought maybe they dried up along with the lake. Hey buddy, have you heard? There's a temple or something at the bottom of this lake. I have heard. They put on such airs without their rituals and fancy temple hoo-ha, and they just disappear. What's with putting that temple so deep that humans can't swim there? I swear they're Zoras. Oh. Are you a customer? Oh, criminy. Well, one lucky fella. The height of excitement, the thrill of launching to the heavens, the very peak of flying fantastification. It can be yours, fella, for a limited time only, and without waiting in line. It's paltry 10 rupees. Only 10 rupees? What do you say, buddy of mine? Want to give it a shot? Special repairs? What? You got a can you want me to repair, bud? Where is it? Can't repair it unless you bring it here. So what are we doing this or not? Oh. Okay, he repairs cannons. I mean, I don't even know why we would ask him about that. Let's give it a shot. Welcome, fella, right this way. I freaking love this guy. What's your name, by the way? Fire and Falby. Are you Fier or Falby? I think you're Fier. Oh, hey, it's Ugu. Oh, good heavens. You know, not as violent as every cannon shot every time Link gets flung over by a cannon in Wind Waker, so. Whoa, that reminds me of something. Didn't the Lake Queen in Zora's domain ask you to do something? She asked us to find her son, one who's been missing since he headed for the castle. I think she said something about granting you some special power if you rescued him. The final piece of the fused shadow is at the bottom of the Lake Hylia. Then it looks like we're gonna need that ability. On it. Don't even worry about it. There's chickens everywhere. Are you Falby? Oh, you are much scarier than your friend. Hi there, welcome to Falby's Flight by Fowl. Are you ready for flight full of dreams and sweet, sweet bonuses? A cuckoo-powered ride around the Lake Hylia. You will love it. Next up for Fantastification, one big guy. Or just one? Right then, 20 rupees for a ticket to the Isle of Britches. How about it, partner? No. Oh, really? How sad for you. Well, if you change your mind, come back anytime, partner. So you're the happy clown, your other friend is the sad clown who makes me feel like he's part of the mob for some strange reason. Ah, the sweet release of Hyrule Field theme. So there are probably any number of things we can get right now, but we're gonna get all that stuff when we come back to Lake Hylia after we've got the upgrade. To keep this momentum going. Oh, I didn't know it dragged the big crows to you. Yeah, to keep this momentum going, we might as well. Epona, I don't know how you were gonna be able to follow me around with the bridges out, but I don't care. As long as if you can teleport, that's great. Good for you. You know we can probably unlock this, right? Oh! I'm already capped out on money. Criminy. Okay, well we have access to Castle Town, which I believe will be the thing that lets us upgrade our wallet eventually. Could be wrong. I hope I'm not, because boy oh boy. Oh, well hold on. I mean, he's right here though, right? Whoa. No, no, I didn't want to get back on a boat. Ow. Did you see me, Dad? I did the thing. Whoa, hey, Dad, chill. We'll meet again. It appears your efforts have begun to return vigor to Hyrule, but it is far too early to relax. Do you feel ready to earn another hidden skill to steel yourself for the forthcoming battles against your more powerful foes? I do. Very well. But before we begin, I must test that you to ensure you have mastered the last skill I taught you, the shield attack. Now then, come at me. It appears you are certainly capable of performing my lost art. Very well, my third hidden skill is the backslice. Let it be honed into your mind. This one might actually be useful as well. Maybe they're all actually useful. Maybe I'm dumb. A mere shield attack is no match for an enemy protected not just by a shield, but by thick, full-body coat of armor. Such enemies are often focused on guarding against frequent frontal attacks. They often leave their rear unprotected. That is why when you target them, press A while tilting that to jump and roll around your foe, and then performing a jump slice. Oh, that's straight up out of, that is straight out of Wind Waker. This is the back slice. Now try it. You carry yourself well, but do not forget the proper timing for swinging your sword while you jump. The third hidden skill, the back slice, has been passed on. Yeah, that one is actually also really useful. There are still 4 hidden skills for you to learn. Do not neglect your daily sword training between now and the time you come to learn the next skill. May we meet again. Nice. Well, you're not really an enemy, but let's try it. Oi! He hit me out of it. Well, okay, it's for bigger enemies, I suppose. Okay, opponent, you keep your head in that wall. I'm gonna go catch up with an old friend. Postman. Greetings, Mr. Link. I have come to deliver a letter. Oh, 2 letters. Okay. Finally, we've finished production of a new type of bomb. These ones can be used in water. We have them in stock now. Come by and pick yours up. Dang. Okay, Bones. Freaking getting it done. The Neighborhood Tourist Association has prepared a grand tour of natural splendor. Our current main attraction is Isa and Hina's playground for grown-ups. Okay. You'll find both immediately down the riverbank from the Zora Waterfall Pool. See Isa's rapid ride. Shoot at targets while riding the raging river rapids. Oh, that's a nightmare. Wow. Shoot at targets while riding the raging river rapids. Wow, that's a nightmare for me. Criminy. No extra charge for using bomb arrows. Oh. Henna's fishing hole. It's a fight against nature. It's a fight against nature with lure fishing. What kind of fish can you catch? Look forward to seeing you there. Oh, okay. Yeah, we'll see. We'll see about that. Oh, yeah, I haven't actually stopped to look at the few shadows we have. Pretty ominous. Pretty friggin' ominous. Just floating there in space. Let's just not think about it. And now I actually get to explore Castletown when it's in much better condition. Presumably, I mean, like, you would think we wouldn't just go straight to Hyrule Castle too and ask to talk to Zelda, because we're all like free now, right? Look at this guy. Oh, I always thought this guy was wearing a hat. That's this guy's face. If you would, for the sake of peace in Hyrule, would you please make a donation? Yeah, here you go. May the spirit of love descend upon you. If you continue to pray for peace, someday you will be surrounded with love. Well, man, I hope you're right. You know, it's funny. It's funny because we started this journey on a quest to go to Hyrule to deliver this sword that we're wielding right now. And we're just now getting here. Things have changed greatly. Well, if it isn't a young swordsman, are you vacationing or here on business? This town is famous for many things. Through the door on the side of this cafe is a viewing platform. Have you seen it already? There's a viewing platform? That sounds nice. You know the fortune teller's place on the southern thoroughfare? She's amazingly accurate. The more I watch them every day, the more interesting I find people are. This guy has a unique model compared to everybody else. Kinda reminds me of the of Talon from Ocarina of Time. Just a little bit, maybe just a mustache in the build. The busier the person, the less time he or she has to care about others. In contrast, people with more leisure time listen more. Who knows which type of person is better? Oh, sightseeing or on business? This is a wonderful town. The residents are friendly too, so feel free to talk to them. Yeah, they are friendlier. They're definitely friendlier than... They're definitely friendlier than the townsfolk came across most of the time in Ocarina of Time, that's for sure. Oh, we got Goons. I don't think I've ever been in here. Ah, it's my heroic brother. My dad brought me back here for the first time in a while, but things around here look a little different from last time. We were allowed through the inner gate right away last time, but this time we were not let through at all. Without a reason, even. Oh, and brother, I am selling potions here now. You can buy 1 cup of red potion for only 40 rupees. Oh, I don't need that right now, bud. Thank you, though. And if you want to know why the prices are higher than in Kakariko, it's what my dad calls regional pricing. It is innovative. Screw you, Pops. What the heck, man? Oh, so these are the same 2 guys from Kakariko Village. Dang, they already moved out? That's kind of a shame. Saved our elder, are you not? What an honor to meet you again, brother. Thanks to you, we were able to come back here and resume business. But having been gone for a while, I have noticed a strange difference in the air here. I went to go get permission to do business in the castle, but they would not even let me in. So I just had to set up shop here. This is like a mossy little side path, though. We have some goods for you to look up. Oh, to look at up top, too. Let's go take a peek. Words, Dante. Words. You know them. You've used them before. Oh, look at the light shining through. That's nice. Oh, what do you got? Hello, heroic brother. Nice to see you again. I'm here to peddle with my dad. He's out on the observation deck. Hey, brother, 1 cup of lantern oil? No, I'm okay. What, you think it's expensive? Well, that is crazy talk. Well, no, I mean, I got it for free by killing like a little slime. Oh, I should mention, I do love how the slimes, the shoe jellies look in this game. Now this truly feels like Hyrule. I feel like this is like one of the very few times where you get to really be in a big, bustling Hyrule town, or Hyrule City. Actually, this is like the only time. Because in Wind Waker, it's submerged in the ocean, there's nobody in it, so it's all dilapidated and empty. In Ocarina of Time, it's a very small town square with some like side paths and stuff. Pretty impressive, especially with the time, but nothing too crazy or extravagant. Clock Town is its own thing entirely. Skyward Sword doesn't even have a Hyrule. And Breath of the Wild is a post-apocalypse, so everything's all empty. It's its own whole area, but again, it's like empty. Doesn't have people in it. Huh. Oh, is it you? Thanks again for the business with the elder, brother. Thanks to you, I am back in Castletown, doing business again. It's been a while, but I'm glad to see that the people and the general vibe have not changed too much. However, I cannot quite figure it out, but there's something strange going on that I noticed. Do you not feel anything? So anyway, do you have enough arrows, brother? Would you like to buy 30 arrows? I could actually stand to have some arrows, so yeah, thanks. I'll be right here, though, so you can come back anytime. Well, thanks, man. Wait, so do you guys not sell Blue Potion anymore? Maybe they still sell stuff in Kakariko Village if you like are in Kakariko Village. This is a nice little inner area. It's kind of cozy. Yeah, I don't think I have ever been in here though. Man, there's so much stuff surely that we can explore. But I'll save exploring Hyrule for Hyrule Castletown for the next one. For now, we have a mission. We got a kid to save. Down this path. Hold on, I'm curious about something though. What? If you want to go to the western thoroughfare, just keep going straight down the back road. If you head out on this path, you'll be in Hyrule Field, but I don't know if the road goes all the way through. I don't know either. Guess we'll find out. That is a Zora child. This is beyond my expertise. Whoa. Doctor, wait. If something isn't done, this child will... Not quite the reunion we were hoping for. Well, this isn't good. A human doctor won't do, huh? That old coot reminded me, though. I've heard of a shaman in Kakariko village in the Elden Lands who's tended to go on Zenzoras. Is that true? Perhaps if we take him there... Inadvisable. Too dangerous. But we can't turn a blind eye to a pretty girl in need either. Yes, we'd better escort you. Am I right, boys? Well, isn't that nice? To reach Kakariko, we've got to cross 2 plains that are each infested with dangerous beasts. But we'll be safe now. Cowards! Don't ever show your faces here again. I know the shaman. We're friends. I could take you there. Oh my. Looks like we've got one young swordsman left. Oh, Link is still just... It feels like he's still trying to process that Ilya doesn't... Well, like, looked at him, but was, like, looking right past him, basically. And not only that, but it looks like this brave young man will escort us. So get ready to go, honey. Pronto. You know that girl, don't you? Oh, it's playing her theme. Screw you, game. It's a real shame. She can't even remember her own name right now. Bless her heart. She found this poor boy collapsed in the road, so she did all she could to save him. More courage in that girl than in all the soldiers of Hyrule, for sure. Yeah, you're not wrong. It all comes back down to courage. You lend your strength to her, you hear me? Good thing I picked up those arrows. Freaking, it's that guy. So you say the bridge to the east has been destroyed, huh? Then our only option is to cross the bridge to the west. Ooh, he looks a little roughed up. Oh, one of his horns is gone. You see what that means? Yeah, I know that guy. I know a lot of guys. You have to deal with that thing. Oh, Link has a look on his face like, yeah? And? Oh. Freaking transition. Thank you so much for this. If you don't mind me asking, what's your name? Ugh. That's gotta stab you right in the heart. Link? I will never in all my life forget your kindness, Link. Little lady, I think you'd best save your thanks until we're safe in Kakariko. Also, can we also give it up for freaking Telma? Telma doesn't need to be doing this either, right? It's not really her responsibility. She's simply doing it solely out of her, like, she's just a caring person. And she's as brave. It's funny because she's calling Ilya brave. But she's as brave because she has to be here too. She's got to cart them both, well, I think the kid's name was Rulo, and Ilya, you know, alongside us all the way to Kakariko Village, which is miles and miles away from where we are now. So, and you know, I think that's the thing, right? Telma sees Ilya's courage in protecting the Ruto Prince. And that, in turn, it feels like it's sort of influenced Telma as well. It's interesting, you know? It's one act is influencing another. Everybody's becoming connected. Everybody's actions are extending out to others, which are extending out to others, and we're starting to bring more people together. Which during these times is saying something, because it doesn't seem like a whole lot of people are helping each other too much or all too concerned with each other, outside of like a passing wonderment of, oh, I wonder what's going on over by the Zoras. Oh well. The swordsman of ours has great eyes, honey. They're proud and wild, like a feral beast. We need a beast right now to keep the true ones at bay. If we make it to Kakariko safely, we'll just thank him then, okay? I like that. I like that line. I like that line though. We need a beast right now. I think that is something that is interesting about Link, is that he's not a knight, right? He's not this clean, proper, armored, knightly figure in any of the games that he's in. He's always just some dude from the woods who grew up in the woods, grew out in the wild near nature, who's armed to the teeth with like hook shots and boomerangs and slingshots and bows and bombs, and a sword and shield. And like light armor that keeps him quick. He's like a rogue of sorts almost. But then also his fighting style and stuff like that, the way he fights, he's all over people. He's not like an armored knight who has like a very proper structured fighting style. Link will kill you any way he can possibly manage, any way he can find to kill you, he'll do it, and he won't even bat an eye doing it. So I think it's an interesting distinction that she looks at him and says he's got wild eyes. I think that's probably what gives Link an edge against the people he's facing, because the people he's facing are often beasts, or often animals, or beasts, or monsters, or like marauders and stuff like that. People, other things that do not have like a proper fighting style of any sort that can be dismantled. So it's like you've got to match them. So that's actually a really interesting line. Telma's really cool. Telma's got some cool stuff going on. Oh. I like how Link didn't take that as bashfully. Or anything. He just sort of took it as like, yeah, you know what? We're staying in good spirits. Also, everybody's falling in love with Link by the end of this game. That's just true. That's just how it is. Okay, well, step one. I gotta deal with this guy again. This guy who, mind you, again, same guy who took the kids and Ilya to begin with, so he's essentially the reason why she has amnesia. Oh, okay. Learned from last time. Okay, I respect it. Okay, it's your turn, honey. We're counting on you. I love the rivalry that spawns with this guy. He's probably like, what the heck was that? Wait a minute, you didn't have a bow last time. Oh my gosh, he got wrecked. I think I hit him in the junk when that one. Whoa. Oh, sick. Oh, we're finally opening the gates. Nice. Wow, Link, that was quick. I could have killed him, to be honest. Nice, honey. Keep up the good work. Thank you kindly. Yeah, that was, they probably could have stood. He could have stood to be able to take a couple more hits than that, I think. Oh, wait. I'm actually going to swap off of that. Just wanted to pause for that because this is a little bit more... Oh, damn. Yeah, you're good. You're good. We're good. I was screaming. Oh, crybuddy. There's a lot of stuff going on. Will these guys attack us? Probably. Who am I kidding? I knocked an arrow out of the arrow with an arrow. Wait, the freaking pterodactyls are throwing bombs at us? Why is every living thing in these woods like with each other? Why are they all in league with each other? Oh, that guy got trampled. Tell me, you're using a really weird path. I think we could have just cut a straight way across. The horse is running in circles. Looks like it's startled by the bombs. Can you map and do something before they drop the bomb? Wait, what? Oh. Oh, I see. If they get hit with a bomb, then the horse is gonna run around in a circle. Again, though, this is actually very reminiscent of the Milk Road quest, where we have to escort her to town, which was my favorite freaking. You've got to be kidding me. Okay, I need to prioritize the freaking pterodactyls. Oh, I freaking cut them off. There we go. Oh, you can hop over the pigs? That's freaking sick. Ooh. I caught a video of a dude doing this part, and he freaking get the heck out of here. Wait. Okay. Normally, I don't think you have people pursuing you when you get to this gate. Criminy. It's a really cool section, though. I mean, it's super sick to get to ride across, like, multiple sections of Hyrule like that, though. He has passed through the worst of it. As long as he rests, he should be able to recover in due time. Oh, it's another remix of Courage. Do you know the fate of his mother? Her welfare consumes him. He's been mumbling deliriously about her almost constantly. I can see the knowledge grieves you. It must be an awful memory. I'll stay with him until he's better, no matter how long it takes. Is that so? Thank you, Colin. This is a really beautiful song. I don't remember this song at all. This is just a really amazing rendition of this song. Yeah, so obviously I love that section because again, it's very Wild West. Which is why I liked the Milk Road quest, because you're escorting a carriage across the countryside as marauders are chasing after you. It's pretty intense. It's pretty intense to hear them all screaming whilst their cart's on fire. And it's a little, you know, admittedly a little janky as well. Trying to swap between like who you're targeting. You don't get to really. It's hard to target the people you want to be targeting. Trying to do bow stuff, trying to do boomerang stuff, but all in all, it's a really cool sequence. It's a very unique sequence, and again, another amazing set piece that this game offers you to break up everything you've been doing. It always throws curveballs at you, and I appreciate that. Hey Link, about Ilia. Is it true what they said about her? Yes, she has lost her memory, Colin. Regaining it will be no simple task. But it will be alright, child. If we just give her some time, I'm certain that Ilia will find her heart again. So Colin, I'd like to ask you to stay in this village until then. It is our turn to show the courage that you have already displayed. Nice to see there's still hope here. It's always good to see happy results repay your efforts. Yeah, we don't really usually get to see many results. Or be known for our efforts. Those skills of yours, any chance you're of the mind to put them to use for Hyrule? What hope is there in our kingdom? What hope there is in our kingdom is frail and dying. But there's still a group trying to do what it can. And I'm a member of that group. Call me Telma. I may just stay here a bit longer. I'm still worrying about Ilia and... well, never mind about the rest. Oh! Link, I want to see you again at my bar, you hear me? The bar is actually kind of a safe house for my friends. There's a passageway that leads to the castle from in there as well. Oh. If you ever need anything, stop by. I'll be waiting for you, honey. That is haunting. That's such a lovely little scene. And of course, in tried and true Western fashion, the bartender, of course, is her own character, and she is awesome. Although the bartenders in these games usually are. This theme is really, really beautiful as well. Game's just hitting us with tons of beautiful music today. Yeah, I pointed it out before that it had the Zora's crest, but we didn't know why. deeply grateful to you for aiding my son in his time of need. You were right to bring him here. Kakariko Village is a sacred place for the Zora people. It's where we take our eternal rest. Really? Why is that, though? My husband in life, King Zora, also rests his spirit here. It is no coincidence my son found his salvation in this place. That which I have promised you is within this grave. During his lifetime, my husband created garments, specifically for the chosen hero. Garments that house the abilities of the Zora. I mean, the last time we received the Zora tunic from a king, mind you, that was King Zora. I don't think Zoras live as long as maybe Gorons do, or the Kikiria do, or Koroks. So I would imagine this is many generations, because this is the child timeline, specifically. I don't think this King Zora is one and the same from the King Zora we knew. This is probably many generations down, but this tunic, however, is presumably exactly one and the same as the tunics that we did have before, or based on it, the blue tunic that we had. Obviously, it's gotten a bit of an upgrade now to an actual full suit of armor. The special garment was handed down through Zora royal family. If you have it equipped, you can move freely through the water, but you'll be more vulnerable to fire and ice. Interesting. Now at last, I can join the king in slumber. And yet, my son, he still knows nothing of my death. If you see him again, please pass on this message. Tell him he must not grieve his mother's passing. Tell him she wanted him to be brave and live on as the king of our people. And tell him his mother loves him without end. Tell him. Well, it's a good thing you found all of your friends. Picked up that nifty Zora armor. But aren't you forgetting something kind of important? The last fused shadow. Remember what Fair and the Light Spirit said? He said you would need fused shadows to defeat the Dark Overlord Sant and save the world. So even if you go back now with all the people you saved, the whole tragedy would just repeat itself. So let's get to it. I like how she recontextualized her wishes for us a bit, right? Because if it was before, she'd say, "Hey, we had a deal. Go do what go do your part now. I want my end of the bargain, right?" But she actually expanded on. She shed light on the fact that, hey, yeah, you do have everybody now, and you could go back, but you need to stop this for good. All we're doing right now, we've made things a little bit better for everybody now, but eventually, things will just, the land will just get submerged in Twilight again, and every town will just be attacked again. So, again, just a little tiny shift in the way Midna's talking to us. We need to go to the temple on the lake bed of Lake Hylia. That that definitely got to me. That was a rough. I mean, it's tragic, right? A child shouldn't have to watch the parent die. Or shouldn't have to live in a world where the parent is gone. But then also, her telling him to be strong and lead his people, but then also, at the end, her saying, tell him that his mother loves him very much, is, that's heavy. All these games, right? They're very good at, layering emotions on you like that. Hitting you with, something frightening, like the cutscene that we witnessed last time. Hitting you with something frightening, and then having you doing something adventurous, getting into combat with people, doing something tense, and then hitting you with some beautiful music as everybody comes together and hope is restored, and then hitting you just right in the gut with some feels at the very end of it all. These games want you to feel every single range of emotion, and then then they still sprinkled a little bit of comedy in between there with Telma, leaving Link completely and utterly flustered. Well, with that is a perfect time to call it. Next time, we will be doing a whole bunch of collection that may take up an entire episode in and of itself. If not, then we will be also attaching the water temple to the tail end of that. But we'll see when we get there. If you liked this, do all the things you do when you like something. You could press a like. You could press a dislike if you want to. You could leave a comment. You could press the notification bell to get notified of more things in the future. After you subscribe, if you also want to do that. You could do all those things. You don't have to do any of those things. That's okay. Until next time, though, be kind and don't be afraid to change your mind. Can't deal with mother's last words to their sons, though. That's like a personal. Ugh. Yeesh. I am unwell.